I just started playing Prey, and I'm about 10 hours into the game. So I want to give you my thoughts on it because I feel like this is going to be a long game and I want to explore every nook and cranny that I can for my full review. So let's get into my thoughts. I really enjoyed how the opening credits were done for this game. They're very cinematic and I almost miss them, how they do it. You got the game developers, the publisher, and the title of the game. They pop up as these words on a building as if it was like the name of the building. And I thought it was really subtle because I almost missed it. And then when I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. It was just a nice little touch. You don't see this very often in video games, and I thought that was really cool. Now, once the gameplay starts kicking in, they give you a bunch of small tutorials to do, and I started to become bored with the game. But that ended really quickly, and then the restrictions were off and you were pretty much allowed to explore. But what was really cool is so they start off pretty typical, you know, walking simulator kind of beginning opening to a video game with some tutorials that you're like, all right, I know how to play first-person games. Let's move it already. Come on, let's get into the good stuff. And then boom, something happens in the narrative that is this really awesome twist, I should say. And I'm not gonna say anything else after it, but from then onward, it had this awesome hook to its narrative that I immediately became engaged. And I wanted to now keep playing. So I really enjoyed the narrative hook from the very beginning of the game. Now, once I started getting into it, the whole experience, it's a very captivating and an engaging game. It reminds me very much of the BioShock series or even the recent Deus Ex game. And I noticed that the pacing to this game, it's a very moderately paced game. It's a game where you're gonna wanna take your time to explore the environment, find all the items that you can, all the supplies that you can, because all of that stuff feeds into the progression system into the game where you can craft. There's a mild crafting system, and you can also upgrade weapons, you can upgrade yourself, so it really benefits you to make sure that you can find everything you can. This is not the type of game where you just run through it from beginning to end, a very, you know, focused kind of roller coaster ride experience. This is very, I should say, very well paced. Like I said before, very moderately paced. There's some very moments of high intensity, especially when you're in the combat encounters, and then it dips back down so that you can kind of enjoy the environments and really start exploring. So far, the game has thrown small groups of enemies at me, or one large enemy at me at once. And I find the enemies' design, how they look, very interesting. I'll let the visual component of this to kind of speak for itself. And the fighting in this game is particularly good. I do enjoy the combat. I enjoy some of the variability with the combat too, is right in the beginning, I earned this glue gun, where you can basically freeze enemies in place, and then you can just shoot them if you want, or in the beginning you don't really have a gun, so I took my wrench and I kept whacking the living crap out of it until it died. The glue gun's kind of cool because it can also help you get around the environment, and you can use it almost like a key to be able to help you get to areas that you're like, I can't jump up there. Well, I can use the glue gun as a means to create these stairs, and then I can get up there. It's neat like that, and I do like this so far. There are some light stealth elements in the game I have noticed, especially in the beginning. You don't really have too much, so it really benefits you to kind of play very conservatively and not go guns a-blazing in there. Kind of amass a good amount of weapons and supplies before you start wanting to go that style. Now, like I touched on before, this game has a great sense of exploration. You really want to try and find everything that you can. It's very satisfying too to be able to go into a new area and you're like, what? What's this? Oh, that door's closed? How do I get it open? I have no idea. I gotta go try it out. A cool little situation that happened with kind of the environmental exploration is that there would be these nuclear containers, and they were spreading this nuclear waste, and I couldn't go near it because otherwise my character would get poisoned. So you have this grenade that's called a recycler grenade, and you throw that, it basically sucks in all the items in the area and creates these little supply boxes for you. So I did that, it got rid of the nuclear waste, and I was able to get into the supply room that I was trying to get into. Now, I didn't have to do it that way. I could have hacked the door, I could have found a key card. I do like that there's this little bit of player choice in there in terms of exploring, and once you do the thing that you're trying to overcome, it's neat to look at it and be like, oh, I could have done this from like 3 other perspectives, and I like when games do this. It's pretty cool. It makes exploring a lot of fun. I do enjoy the combat so far. The pistol is a lot of fun. It looks like there's going to be way more stuff in my arsenal than just the pistol. You got the wrench, you got the glue gun, and hopefully there's more stuff on the way. So as an overall conclusion, I really am enjoying this game. I like that it has a great sense of exploration. The story seems to leave enough breadcrumbs to keep you wanting to keep going and then find out those answers. So far I'm having just a great time with this game. And my full review will be on the way once I beat the game. And I want to say thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe. And I'll see you next time.